like an Etch-a-Sketch. You can shake it up and we start all over again.
This is an Etch-a-Sketch.
An Etch-a-Sketch.
So how many of you ever used an Etch-a-Sketch?
How's your etching and sketching?
You shake it up like an Etch-a-Sketch.
Shake like an Etch-a-Sketch. Where's my Etch-a-Sketch at?
You have an Etch-a-Sketch?
We're talking about big things here, folks.
That was an ad from Ron Paul taking a shot at all that Etch-a-Sketch uproar. Now he's taking on Obamacare. It's a rallying cry for the right and is front and centre before the Supreme Court. And Congressman Ron Paul is here to talk health politics and keeping America great. Congressman, welcome back.
Thank you. Nice to be with you.
I'd like to thank you for including me in your attack ad. It's the first time I've been used in that way and a great personal honour. So thank you very much.
We're going to make you famous.
Now let's talk about healthcare, because I come from a country where everybody gets free healthcare. I don't understand why all you Republicans are so exercised about a president who wants more Americans to get healthcare.
Well, tell me what free means. I've never heard of anything for being free. It means somebody gets something from somebody else and the government uses force to transfer a service or a good or money from one to another. That's coercion, and that's a mandate. It's a dictate. It undermines the concept of freedom, and it undermines the concept of what America's all about. This is all new for us, you know, the last 30 years or so that we've decided that we had to have the government doing this. And the quality of medical care is going down, the cost is going up, and we're going to get our lines just like they've had in Britain and Canada. We hear about the long lines there to get their medical care. So, but it's free, as you say. But I mean, you're kidding yourself if you think it's free. You pay for it through high taxes.
Let me throw a country like Switzerland at you, because they have a healthcare program which is not dissimilar to what Obamacare is suggesting, and it's been very successful.
Well, we've had a very successful system here, too, before the government got involved. I don't know enough about Switzerland to critique it, but I would say that one thing they don't have to deal with, if you want to provide services, which might contradict my personal beliefs, you can't do it if you have these constant wars overseas and you consume the wealth. Switzerland doesn't like to go around and police the world and invade other countries, which means that they have a little bit more money and they might be able to maintain a little bit better. But because of the way we waste money, then it makes it more difficult. But the whole process of anybody who comes to the conclusion that government should redistribute wealth and services and mandate things, I think they're kidding themselves. That's not the way a free society works. I'd like to see more distribution of goods and services of the way we distribute cell phones. You know, everybody has a cell phone. The prices keep going down and quality keeps going up. The opposite happens when you get the government involved in housing or in medical care or education. The costs keep going up and quality keeps going down. I don't see why people can't see that it's not working, and now we're bankrupt. And the world's bankrupt. Sure, it lasts for a while, but eventually the whole world is going to have to face up to the fact that we're bankrupt. Right now, we'll have hearings tomorrow dealing with the subject of how America and the U.S. dollar is going to bail out Europe. You know, Europe is in big trouble.
But as a former doctor, don't you think inevitably, given the way that other countries have gone with this, that America in the end, which spends more of its GDP than any other country, I think, on healthcare, isn't it inevitable that eventually it'll get to a system like car insurance, where everybody will have it, they'll have to have it, it will be a form of mandate, but like car insurance, it's for your own good, and the system just has to be simplified and made to be more efficient?
I worry about governments when they do things for my own good. I mean, they do it for the good of the politician is what they do. So I don't see how that's going to improve things. It just sort of bankrupts the country, and the quality does not go up. America is a little different. We don't really have socialized medicine. We have, corporate medicine. So whether it's the Democrats or the Republicans, we always have the drug companies, the insurance companies, everybody else. They're in the middle, and the bureaucrats. You put the bureaucrats, the politicians, the drug companies, all in between the doctor and the patient. As a physician, I want nobody between me and the patient. And if we could have a system where you could give the tax tax credits to the people who want to take care of themselves and save their money, buy a major medical policy. I mean, up until the 1960s, even when I first started medicine, we didn't have government insurance, and things weren't that bad. I worked in charity hospitals, and things weren't as tough in emergency rooms. Everybody got taken care of. But all of a sudden, now we have all this money. We spend more money than anybody else. But the corporations are very much involved in the distribution of this, and it's not a very good way to do it.
Now, let's turn to Mitt Romney's position in all this, because obviously he's got this issue of what he himself did and what he's now trying to distance himself from. How big a problem is it going to be for Mitt Romney if he becomes the nominee? The fact that his own health plans were very, very similar to what Barack Obama's trying to get through.
Well, he should have problems in the Republican primary. I mean, if Barack Obama does it and Mitt Romney's not too far removed and his program was similar, you know, and the nation is accepting this, you know, I don't think that is as big a deal. It should be a bigger deal in the Republican primary is where it should be, but that's what's going on right now in the primary because it is a major issue, and of course he has the problem because he's changed positions on some other things too. As a governor of a very liberal state and then becoming ultra-conservative in a Republican primary, you know, that's a bit of a challenge for him. But if he has a program similar to, I mean, Bush went and gave us not only you know, the prescription drug program, and the Republicans didn't say boo. They, oh yeah, we'll go along with it. So Bush did the same thing. He massively expanded government medicine, corporate medicine. I remember the drug companies were promoting that, and the insurance companies were promoting prescription drugs. So, but they're not different. The Democrats and the Republicans both kowtow to the corporations in order to distribute and make money. Force everybody to buy insurance. I don't see the insurance companies screaming and hollering about they like the customers, but if there's a mandate and they have to provide a service, then they complain about it, and that's why governments don't work. You need freedom of choice, and you need markets. You need competition. You need to drive down prices. You need you don't need to have so many monopolies running a health care system. And
well, talking of competition, let me put my own doctor hat on. If I was prescribing some medicine for you right now, Congressman, I think I would say the situation is looking pretty terminal for your race to be the GOP nominee. Why don't you just do the decent thing and pull out? Why are you staying in the race?
Why don't you do the decent thing and not pester me with silly questions like that? Why? Because, I mean, that would be decent of you. No,
that's silly. Hang on, the latest Gallup poll has you at 9%. Mitt Romney's at 39%.
Wait. Now, why don't you, what you're looking for are delegates. And we're doing quite well. Wait, they haven't even hardly counted them yet.
Well, let's see how well you're doing. Mitt Romney, 568 delegates. Ron Paul, 71.
Yeah, okay, what about the states where they're still working through the process, which is most of them, you know, whether whether it's up in Maine or right now we're doing very well in the state of Washington and North Dakota, and excellent, and now in Nevada, and even Missouri the other day, some really good news came out there for us, that through the process, our people are in the right places, and they're doing the things to become a delegate. So it's way too soon for you to write anybody off, and besides, I mean, just because somebody is in second or third place, but there's a race going on. What if Mitt Romney isn't the best person? Why should we just throw in the towel? Because people like you say, hey, throw in the towel. People don't want you out there wanting to debate the war and wanting to debate the Federal Reserve and wanting to debate the civil liberties, you know, assassination of American citizens, the military arresting Americans. You know, we fought the British because the British came over here and arrested our American citizens for civil laws. So now we are going back to that.
You'd be fighting the British tonight, Congressman, and very effectively.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't want you to throw in the towel. I think you're a national treasure in this country. I wondered if you thought you should, and you've made your position crystal clear, and I wish you all the very best with your campaign.
Thank you.
Nice to talk to you again.
Thank you.
Ron Paul. Gotta love that guy.